Welcome to day 8 of following Alex Hormozi's advice until I reach now the $100 milestone, which I'm trying to do in brand new income streams that are not the typical ways that I have made and lost millions. Something that really expands my wings to allow me to have the skill set of the new modern era and economy that we are entering, which is of productizing ourselves, of leveling up our own skills, and really taking a public approach to becoming the product and sharing the process, documenting the journey. And that journey is the destination here. And so while I'm not in a utter rush to make the $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 or even the million, it is the day-to-day journey of starting to assimilate the Alex Hormozi mentality and seeing how to structure my day with, I think Alex could be put into any situation now, and because of who he has built himself up to be, he could conquer the challenges in front of him. So that is what the main big objective is the money is a byproduct of becoming more of that type of person, and that is the big mission. Right now I only have about 30 minutes before I have to head to the gym for chest day, so we'll be doing some surface level messaging back, seeing what landed in my inbox as of last night to now, and then when I get back from the gym, we're going to dive into a deep, long work session. Gloomy day, as chest day should be more sunshine and rainbows, but still lingering fever and training with an actual bodybuilder definitely gassed me out, and I'm just grateful to have survived with some salt and electrolytes and other ways that I just got through the workout. Didn't even do cold plunge or other things because I was feeling lightheaded. One thing that I'm really looking forward to is getting to work and pushing past the fatigue and catching the second wave of energy as I did yesterday, when I almost stopped around 2 hours of work and just continuing and trying to get more things done little by little. I was able to push to 4 hours. Today I'm hoping to break that record of yesterday to maybe 5 hours, starting to get the routine of when to work, and sleeping properly would help both increase the capacity as well as open up some window of time in the morning before the workout, which is at 11:30. So if I can get a, let's say, 7 a.m. to 11, idealistically, 4-hour window before a workout, and then a second 4-hour window after workout, that would be amazing. So I'm not even doing a full 8 hours like an employee would, and I want to push past that because I want to find the dopamine and the joy and getting things done and checking off my to-do list and making progress and doing business with people that I enjoy and feeling like it is play instead of work. What do you think we can focus on to get me to dial in more hours, doing more quantity, so that eventually I can focus on quality?
I think right now you should more focus on like your sleep and your health, like healthy body, healthy mind,
health is ironically the thing that I'm trying to earn money to repair, and I'm sacrificing still health to make the money to recover my health, when something like sleep and proper rest and recovery and nutrition is what I'm neglecting.
Yeah, and I think you should also like do at least 15 minutes every day meditation.
That
Yeah,
is a part of
yeah, because I think your mind is
healthy
running
body.
around a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, because when I sit down to work, I feel extremely chaotic and all over the place. Like, where to start? Like, as you saw, there's 3 laptops on my desk because I have things across all those different laptops, which have a lot of tabs open on each, which is like an example of my mind. And it's this like great analogy that I love from Buddhism about stilling the pond, quieting the ripples of the pond so you can see the reflection of yourself. And then you can understand more of yourself as opposed to constant ripples in the pond. So, something like that. These are areas that I'm becoming aware of to focus on. And today is quite a cozy day to work, as you can see by the weather. So let's get home, have some post-workout meals, and
Get back to work.
get back to work. Just finished lunch and came to my work desk, where I have clocked in exactly 0 seconds. And as much as I want to lay down and sink into my bed, I know the hardest part of work is the getting started. Like, the hardest part of a workout is getting to the gym, and then once you start doing the reps and the sets, you start getting energy and the momentum, and your body just comes to life. In a similar way, I just want to sit and get started. And moreover, I want to try to surpass yesterday's quantity of hours that I devoted to my craft, my progress, my sitting here and working on the future for me and my wife and our cats, and for the countless strangers that I may come across that I can benefit. So with that, let us begin. So about 2 hours have passed, yet I have done less than 1 hour of actual work or progress, and that is because something disturbing has happened that required me and my wife to have a strategic conversation and come up with some better solutions. So I do see that as a very good blessing in disguise that will shape our direction of how we explore the space of this digital landscape. And I'm looking forward to that. Kind of nervous and excited at the same time to explore the potential of the synergy between me and my wife and see what we can create together. So I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more of that, but I do want to get some important things done today, so I can say that today was also a day at least I put in the hours, and getting more consistent putting in the hours so that I build up my work ethic capabilities for these long sit down at my desk sessions, so that when there's something to really dive deep into. Right now I'm just sorting through a lot that is in my inbox, different partners bring me different projects, and also taking time to develop my own knowledge base and what values I can bring and learn in the marketplace by studying Alex's content and listening to his advice on what areas to focus on, such as skill development. So far, it's a day. Let's see how it continues. It is currently 7:39 p.m. and I am feeling unwell at what is now crossing the 3-hour mark of trying, at the very least, showing up. Not proud of the 3 hours. It's been quite not just physically cloudy or unwell, but mentally cloudy. I managed to post some videos on the YouTube channel, some shorts asking people to bring their projects to me, which is getting some
Attention.
yeah. People are reaching out. You know, there's a quote that says, the best way to make people interesting is to get interested in them. So by asking about like, hey, what do you have to offer, as opposed to what I may have to offer. Come on, boy. Good boy.
Good job.
Today I wanted to share the notes that I took from one of the shorter Alex's video. This one is called the 444 Daily Split, How Broke Entrepreneurs Actually Win. It was actually like a very short, like 4 or 5 minute video, but I wrote out 240 words of notes. The first of the 4 hours should be dedicated towards letting people know about your stuff. If people don't know what you do, they cannot give you money for what it is that you bring to the marketplace. Second 4 hours should be devoted to fulfilling what you have said you will bring to the customers that have responded, whether it is replying back, delivering on the products, helping them to onboard, just working with the client base. And the third 4 hour session should be devoted towards building the future, which is working on the business, figuring out what to do next and how to do it. This is the curation of exploring opportunities and then prioritizing which one gets attention. Now, I'm not at the level and consistency of doing 444, which is literally a 12-hour workday, which if you're doing Alex's 12 by 30, you can shoot for that. I have to start with 111, meaning 1 hour of, as he would simplify it, promote, deliver, and build. So 1 hour of promoting, which can consist of posting content, stories, YouTube videos, regular posts, graphics of some kind, text, and then delivering. This could be handled in the DMs, in the messaging elements of communication, voice notes, and my mom is calling. Mom called to check up on me as she's heard that I'm unwell. I know in life, whether you work for someone else or you work for yourself, you can have days that you don't feel well, but I empathize with my employee self, not just right now, the employee self that is working for the entrepreneur self, but also 10 plus years ago when I was an employee twice over, working day and night. I knew that taking a day off would be cutting deeper into my paycheck, which I was living hand to mouth. Now that I get to work for myself, I also know that if I don't show up and stay consistent and build the pipeline, look at the, as Alex would say, exploring the opportunities and then prioritizing which one deserves the attention, managing the portfolio of things, and just doing both the day-to-day maintenance and then of course working on the business to expand and stay ahead of the encroaching competition, as well as other elements of shrinking windows of both different projects and opportunities and markets and life in general or overall. There's a lot that is to be juggled, but another day, another set of lessons, and overall I can say that I've tried, and I think these are the foundational days of being able to look back in the future and saying, oh, like that wasn't even trying. Now I know how to actually pull off 10-hour days, because I know how to structure days. As we were talking about over dinner, about having larger time blocks in the morning, for example. You know, Alex says the number one contributing, and I wrote this down, so let me read it as I wrote it, which he states, the life hack of all hacks. The single habit that has changed Alex's output has been that for many years, the first 4 to 6 hours of his day he has devoted to expanding his business fully instead of taking on the busyness of the day, what he would call being in the maker mode versus the managing mode. So maker mode is like working on the business and that sort of thing, and managing mode is like talking to clients, talking to your team and that sort of thing. So as I'm now wondering why it's only 3 hours, literally not even a full 9 to 5 regular employee amount of input, how much more could I have gotten done if I could do 8 hours, which is more than double. I mean, like a 9-hour days would be pretty phenomenal. The amount of content, connections, and commissions that could be made is pretty staggering. I would like that, but need to experiment with different arrangements of the day. Right now, workouts is happening like within hour of or 2 hours of waking up, and then coming back home and eating, and then feeling the weight of the workout and the eating, and then starting the day there, which is already like 2 or 3 p.m. That's insane. And then we eat again. So it needs to be worked on. So discovering these things, like more than focusing on getting to this $100, which I think building the flow of my day and work routine is going to be the engine that takes me to 100,000 plus. I can do the day-to-day work to get to the $100, but that doesn't solve the underlying like root of, okay, then how do I get to the 1,000 and 10,000 and whatnot? It's like by structuring the day. Anyway, as Alice would say, I need to build capacity, and I will build capacity for tomorrow by recharging my mind. And genuinely, my body does not feel good. It feels nauseous. That's the word I was looking for. Like I was like, what is this feeling? Lightheadedness, like I feel something. I don't know how to describe it. It's now I realize it's some level of not like heavy nausea, but like some level of nausea, like tastelessness and like uneasiness and whatever. Anyway, this is the real day-to-day journey. There's a lot of things that's happening in my inbox, a lot of wonderful projects that I'm in the midst of evaluating, and I'll share the good, the bad, the ugly as it happens. But until then, I will see you tomorrow. Good night.